How to stop addiction. Before going into video, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we post a new video. Here are the top 10 ways to stop addiction. Number 1. Find healthy ways to cope with stress. Many people begin using drugs as a way to deal with stress and tension. The reality is, however, that drugs are only a temporary fix. Once a person comes down from drugs, they are likely to experience physical and psychological side effects that only intensify feelings of anxiety. Finding coping methods such as exercise or meditation can eliminate the urge to try drugs. Number 2. Seek therapy or counseling. It is not at all uncommon to experience feelings of depression. Many people experience highs and lows that can be difficult to cope with. Drug users often are people who are attempting to self-medicate for their psychological issues. The problem is that drugs do not treat mental issues themselves. They simply treat the symptoms. Working through problems with a mental health professional is a much more effective and long-lasting way of treating a psychological or emotional problem. Number 3. Maintain a lifestyle that makes you happy. Low self-esteem and depression are major triggers for drug abuse. It is easy to let one aspect of your life, such as work, become overwhelming, to the point that you do not enjoy or partake in other important aspects of your life. Maintaining strong relationships and a healthy balance between physical and mental activity can help you maintain the stability that is needed to stay drug-free. Number 4. Have things in your life that you care deeply about. Whether it's a sport, artistic endeavor, or personal relationships, having something that you are passionate about motivates you to stay healthy and mentally and emotionally in shape. If you care deeply enough about the people and activities in your life, you are less likely to jeopardize them by experimenting with drugs. Number 5. Withdrawal symptoms. As you become addicted, you may experience withdrawal when you aren't able to do the addictive behavior. Physical withdrawal symptoms may occur, such as shaking, feeling unwell, stomach upsets, and/or psychological withdrawal symptoms, such as feeling anxious and depressed. These are easily fixed by more of the addictive substance or behavior. Physical withdrawal from alcohol and drugs, although variable and often resolves over a period of several days. However, it tends to be quite unpleasant and it can be dangerous. If you decide to quit, it is best done under medical supervision. Discuss physical withdrawal with your doctor for the best way to approach this. Once you have been through withdrawal, there are deeper psychological processes that make it difficult to stay on the wagon. Number 6. Understanding tolerance. Tolerance and withdrawal are key factors that contribute to addiction. They are strongly interconnected and are the main processes that got you addicted in the first place. If people didn't develop tolerance and withdrawal, they would probably find it a lot easier to quit. Tolerance is a physical and psychological process. When you experience an addictive substance or behavior the first time, it may be overwhelming, unpleasant even, or it may be mild and pleasurable. If the effect feels strong, you may feel there is no danger of you wanting to overdo it. If it is mild, it may seem harmless and innocent. The more times the behavior is repeated, the less sensitivity you have to it, and the more you need to get the same effect. Drugs, such as alcohol and opiates, work on specific parts of the brain, creating physical tolerance. Behaviors, such as sex and gambling, produce feelings of excitement that get less intense over time. As tolerance develops, you may want to do more of the drug or behavior to get the same effect. Number 7. Take small steps to setting patterns. Patterns don't take hold instantly. It takes time for a pattern to become a pattern or for an action to become a habit. Pretend you drink every day, at least once, and you have a goal of completely becoming sober from drinking alcohol. Instead of quitting cold turkey and suddenly stop drinking, meanwhile putting yourself at risk for withdrawal, it is easier and more efficient to limit yourself to smaller drinking patterns. Setting small goals such as only allowing yourself one drink today with dinner rather than a drink with every meal makes it easier to follow and easier to track how well you are progressing in your goals, therefore motivating you to continue your journey. Number 8. Stay away from temptations that help feed your addiction or bad habits. Working to break a habit and replace it with a better one is a critical part of life. Staying away from temptations is a lot easier than you think. You contribute to your addiction or bad habits when you put yourself in familiar places where your triggers are present. The world is full of fun activities, you don't have to be limited to a bar or a pill to have a good time. If your friends try forcing you to come out and drink or do drugs with them while you are attempting to get sober, then be honest and upfront with them. Good friends will help you achieve your goal, not set you backwards. How bad do you want to be successful at breaking a bad habit and forming a positive one? Use that strength to remove temptations from your life. Certain people also trigger giving into our habits. Avoiding these people and their influence is the best solution to getting away from any triggers they may cause. Out of sight, out of mind. Number 9. Replace your old habits with new similar ones. Finding something similar to your bad habit can help you easily replace it. If you only have the choice to give in to your habit or stay at an equilibrium, your habit will likely influence your choosing. If you have two choices, one new choice and one old choice, you have a better chance at picking the new choice that will help you form a positive habit since it puts you at an elevated level compared to where you were before. For example, when someone who uses drugs feels stressed, they are more inclined to use the drugs than to not use the drugs and deal with stress on their own. Using the drugs puts them at a higher point than before, but not using keeps them at the same stressful level. Instead, if you have the option to use drugs or go for a walk to get rid of stress, you might pick going for a walk since the walk will likely distress your mind and body and put you at a better state than before. If you drink alcohol when going out with friends and want to get sober, try a new non-alcoholic drink. You will still enjoy having something in your hand and tasting a good drink, keeping the same patterns as before, but this time it won't be giving into your bad habit. As you start to replace your bad choices with better choices, you will likely reach for the better choice first, without even contemplating it. Number 10. Love yourself. Loving yourself is a big key in removing the chains your addiction or bad habits have locked you into. Fighting the need to use or give in to your habits can be very exhausting, often resulting in caving in. This is where a strong mind and strong love for yourself comes into play. When you are in that moment, ask yourself, will this really better me? I love myself too much to give into this habit that will only make me feel temporary pleasure, while putting me at a worse state for the future. Love yourself enough to stop yourself from doing damage to your present and future. You are responsible for your actions and the consequences that comes along with them. Stop and think about how your decisions will truly affect you, and only then should you make the decision. We've all made mistakes in the past. Today is the day to learn from them. Take hold of what you know has resulted from those bad decisions. Do you want to relive that pain over and over again? Keep your goal of what new habit you want to form or what habit you want to break in mind, and stick to achieving it one step at a time. Once you learn to live without your habit, you won't feel the need for it in your life anymore. Take control of your body and your mind. You are in charge, you have finally unlocked the chains. You are free. You have to start somewhere. Get up, and start today. Let's have a quick overview of the top 10 ways to stop addiction. Number 1. Find a healthy way to cope with stress. Number 2. Seek therapy or counseling. Number 3. Maintain a lifestyle that makes you happy. Number 4. Have things in your life that you care deeply about. Number 5. Withdrawal symptoms. Number 6. Understanding tolerance. Number 7. Take small steps to setting patterns. Number 8. Stay away from temptations that help feed your addiction and bad habits. Number 9. Replace your old habits with new similar ones. Number 10. Love yourself. Thanks for watching video. Please do subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we post a new video.